we are going to PUKKA, my favorite Indian restaurant in Toronto. Oh, and here's one of the corners. Derek, how are you doing? Great to see you.
Great to see you, Jay.
Oh, that's amazing. And oh,
nice partner.
Harsh,
how's it going, Jay? Harsh? Good to see you. Welcome. Thank you so much for coming to PUKKA.
Thank you.
Pleasure's ours. Thank you.
So here we are, Canadian Food Aficionado, here interviewing two of the top restaurateurs here in Canada, Toronto, at their own restaurant, PUKKA. And you guys have an amazing history together. Of course, Derek and I go way back from, we won't mention the name, but many, many restaurants ago. And I just love the partnership between both of you and what you've done. And share us about your vision and where you've gone.
Derek and I have a very good camaraderie. We opened PUKKA in 2013. And
10-year anniversary.
10-year anniversary.
10-year anniversary.
Next month, October 17th.
For those of you watching, it might be 15 years from now. It'll be their 25th anniversary.
That is true. We will have the silver jubilee. That's a different story. But Derek and I always believe in one thing. We always believe as a partnership. You asked a question. We are great friends and great partners. That's how our partnership's been so long and so trustworthy and loyal to each other.
And you know, I think, you know, with businesses and restaurants, your staff are incredible. We all know staff are so important. I mean, it was interesting, we went earlier, we talked with some of the people in the back, and they love working here. You've created a great environment, and they're all from India.
Oh, yes, they are.
Why not? It's an Indian restaurant, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just incredible.
That's.
I'm gonna stick in that. The one thing that I think makes us different here is that, you know, a lot of people say we're a fusion restaurant. We're not. We have great ingredients, but we're cooking classic recipes, period.
And even though that Derek is the only non-Indian person here, it's great that your community welcomes them here. I think it's awesome.
I have to correct. Yeah, we are actually, there are a couple other people who are not Indians. They work here with us because it's Canada. We are the epicenter of multiculturalism. So we have people from India, Turkey, and obviously our lovely country Canada. And one thing I have to mention is that we are very fortunate the people who work with us. We are very proud to say, for the last 10 years, we have had the same kitchen. We have zero turnover in the kitchen. It's the same people who work with us. And people in the front who work with us, they've been with us for 8 years, 7 years, 6 years. So we must be doing something right. I might be different, but Derek, I love Derek. Derek's very friendly. That might be the case.
And I know they won't say this, but everyone was at a different restaurant before. A lot of the staff here followed them here because they loved your leadership as a team and what you bring to. I mean, you know, there's many different restaurants, but you guys have really brought something special to Indian food and how you have. I think it's incredible, really.
The vision is Derek and I, and the people who work with us. We always wanted to say that, and as like Derek likes to say that, and I'm going to take the line from Derek. He always says that we are a great restaurant and happen to serve Indian food, and it is Derek Peter Vallot's tagline.
And it was interesting. I know you're doing some things different every month. You're sort of doing a different wine pairing, which you will see later on. And I thought that was great. It was our first time actually being involved in that. You had Peter here, who is a great wine expert, and I love how he, you know, intermixed the wines with the different dishes, which is hard with some of the spicier foods and non-spicier foods, but it was really, really well done. And you know, not many people knew each other from the dinner earlier. There was like 16, 18 people here, and everybody had an amazing time. Right? It was just fantastic.
And we appreciate you coming. Thank you.
10 years now we've been doing wine events. It's probably the 40th, maybe the 50th event we've done like this. And all these wines we test with customers, and then they either pass or they fail, and they either make it onto the list or they don't. So.
And I know you've had a relationship with Peter for years, and you know, it's interesting. I was saying, like, I don't know how you know, we were doing reds and whites with different dishes, and to me, it's just like, that's an incredible talent to try to pick that and the spices and pair it with that. And there was some things I would have never tried, and they were incredible. I mean, we were all impressed.
That's great. Yeah, you know what? I think we've taken away the sort of the snobbery of wine, and we've had a lot of fun with it because there is no one wrote a book. This is not French wine and French food or Italian food and Italian wine. This is Indian food with something that is not natural. So we created a sort of a niche, and we've had to educate ourselves. So we have our own sort of, you know, notes of what we think works well. And
you know, as a customer and someone who's coming here, what I love is your humbleness, and it's part of probably your background too, and yours of course. But it's just, I remember during you know, BC before COVID, you were out doing deliveries to make sure customers got food. And it's incredible, right? And I don't think a lot of people would have done that. And you give back to the community, which I think is so important, and it's amazing.
I'm gonna say, part of our philosophy when we moved into this neighborhood was to get involved with the community, and we supported high schools, we supported graduations. There's lots of different charities that we got involved with, and then when COVID hit, it all came back to us. It literally all came back to us. So Harsh and I were out driving, delivering food, saying thank you for the support, and and that's why we're still here after 10 years.
Yeah. Again, it was a big community effort at the time. Everybody supported everybody. Like our neighborhood supported our, you supported our business, so so many other customers did it. And it was just all it was a very good symphony of people helping each other when there was COVID, and it's still continuing. It's still continuing that people are supporting each other, and it's a good thing to see that everybody is still selflessly helping or supporting the restaurants, and we do appreciate your support in this endeavor of ours.
PUKKA is amazing, and is there anything you'd like to share with our audience that for people who haven't been here before and haven't had this amazing experience?
Well, I certainly, obviously encourage them to come here to the restaurant. But I tell you, over the past 3-4 years, there has definitely been a shift in people's behavior. And we have a lot of regular customers that really want to support us. They do takeout delivery because they're not comfortable going to the restaurant. So you know what? You can still enjoy our great food. You may not have the in-house experience, but the food thankfully travels well.
And other thing that we also really focused in the last couple of years of our business has been the catering side. So we are really focusing on office caterings, and if you want to give an incentive to your of your employees to come back or your colleagues to come back, PUKKA is here to serve it for lunch or dinner menu.
Some of the biggest IT and media companies in the country, they serve too.
Yes,
which is
we are very fortunate for our customer base, and we cannot be enough thankful that how amazing our customers support us, because our food is
It's PUKKA.
And I normally wouldn't say this, I very rarely order takeout, but my wife and I remember one evening where we were like, where are we gonna get food? Okay, let's call PUKKA. Went up here and we ordered it and we took home. It was amazing. Lasted for 2 days.
Oh, that's what we like.
Much.
And Indian food tastes best the next day.
Absolutely. So if you haven't had an opportunity, please come to PUKKA. It's here on St. Clair Avenue. It's right midtown. It's amazing, easy to get to. Parking, no problem at all. And we hope to see you here. Thank you for supporting. Thank you.
Thanks. Jay, so good to see you.
Derek,
Always a pleasure.
thank you.
Thank you.
Canadian Food Aficionado, please check us out.